check this screen out. Alright, I think we're good. Say, John, first in line, beat it. Well, I don't know that I can, to be honest with you. You know, the way I'm going to do it, I really don't know that I can. It's actually not a bad strategy. I think you're underfunded how you're doing it, but it's not bad, man. It's just, you've been sucky rolling lately. But anyway, while everybody's coming on, I'll talk just a little bit. Hey, welcome everybody to Ken Knows Gambling. It's my live Thursday show, CIBI, which is Can I Bust It? Now, the truth of the matter is, in case you don't know, my goal is not to go, oh God, I gotta bust this no matter what. No, I mean, I could cheat a little bit, and underfund a little bit, and go short. I mean, you know, the truth of the matter on its own, eventually it'll bust. So, you know, it's can I do it live in one shot? The truth is, on this strategy, I don't know that I can, especially how I'm going to do it. Now, let's talk about this for a second. Now, John ran a whole bunch of strategies, like for a week at a time, and then he's narrowed it down to his top 6 or 8, something like that. And the Dolly Ladderson is one of them, okay? Now, if I'm not mistaken, since John's on there, he can correct me if I'm wrong. If I'm not mistaken, when he very first did this, I think he was doing a 50 don't and a 25 don't calm and just flat. That's it. Well, over the last, I don't know, 8-9 shows it hit, he's sort of morphing it a little bit. Little tweaks here, and which is fine, and you know, his strategy, do what he wants. But what I want to do is go back to what he, and I think I'm right, John, you can correct me if I'm wrong, just to the simple flat 2-to-1 Dolly Ladderson. That's it. What I am going to do is I'm going to ladder, full ladder, up and down. All right. Now, what I've also noticed about this strategy, or what John is doing, and he seems to be doing it, but I'm going to give him and you my 2 cents worth in it. He's doing a bankroll build and a paycheck at the same time. Now, he's doing it, so I can't say much. Me personally, I'm going to be one or the other. I'm either going to try to build a bankroll, the end, or I'm going to do a paycheck. And if you're going to do a paycheck, then you should already have your bankroll built. And here's why I say this. He comes out with $1,000, okay, $1,000. That's his bankroll, and he's going after 10%. Cool. That's a very low. Should be able to hit it, and that's $100. Well, when you're building a bankroll, to me, you don't even worry about percentages. Screw the percentage. You're just trying to make as much as you can, whether it's a little bit, a lot, you just go. And if you are building a bankroll, you're not going to stick to one strategy. You're just not going to do it. I don't think the Dolly Ladderson is it's a bank building strategy. I do think it's a paycheck strategy, however. And here's why I say this. And here's why I'm going to do what I'm going to do. So he has $1,000. Now he's at 13, and he'll try to go up, and he's going to try to do 20% except 10, because he's doing both things at the same time. But if you're doing it for a paycheck, like I did a show before about a paycheck, watch this. 10% of $1,000 is $100. Okay? I'm going to come in at $5,000. Now 10% of $5,000 is $500. It is exactly the same percentage. It's just I got more money. That's all. So that is unimportant. What's important to think is when you're doing a paycheck is this. $1,000, 10%, he makes $100. Well, if 100 is all you have to do for expenses, and that's all you need to make, mine was $2,700 a month, but if $100 a day is all you need, why not hit it with $5,000? I can hit $100 at 2%. 2%. You see the difference there? So I'm sort of confused when he's trying to do them both at the same time. Although, like I said, he's doing it. But me personally, I think you go after one or the other. And when you get to paycheck, screw the 10s and 20%. How much do you have to get? And you try to get to there. But if you're struggling, like he has been on some of his days, he goes into an hour 15, hour 30 to get there. When you're struggling, don't worry about the 10%. I think he was at 120. He explained it, 120, but he was trying to go for excess. I get it, But in real life, you don't let $10. Not when you're getting your ass kicked. You just bail. But anyway, here's what I'm going to do. Oh, by the way, on the chat, here's what I want you to do. KKG. You put big KKG. And then if you're wanting to talk to me. Otherwise, here lately, there's been so many. I can't get to them. I can't read them. I get confused. If you're not talking to me, you're talking to each other. So I probably won't even, unless it says KKG on it, I ain't going to look at it. All right. Here's what I'm going to do today. And also, too, this is, even though, believe it or not, there's several people out there, and I won't name them, they really want me to bust this. They want me to bust this hard. And the truth is, I don't know that I can, to be honest with you, the way I'm going to do it. I got to be fair to it. Okay? It's like, if you guys remember, when I did the martingale field, I wanted it to die, because I don't want anybody martingale in craps. I really don't, and I said so. But what did I do? I won $1,600 freaking dollars, right? I got to be fair to it. So if this thing wins a decent amount, I'll call it. I mean, because again, me and John were talking about it. If you want to just see something bust, and you just keep rolling it, just put it on win craps. Then you'll see it bust. I've got to play this as real as I can. If it busts, it busts. If it don't, it don't. Okay? So I've got a $5,000 bankroll. I'm going to start out with 100 on the don't pass. I'll do 50 in the don't com. I'll go up by 100. That's a unit. I'll go up by 50s. That's it. No odds, no nothing. And we'll see where we land. Let me go here and look at the board before I start. We'll say, Scott Dylan, hey man, ain't seen you in a minute. Break it down. Well, again, I don't know that I can, but Jen is here. Oh my goodness, I'm so honored. Listening from the airplane. Go bust it. Well, we'll try, but I really don't think I can. Let's see. So, John, you did say it was a 2-1, and then I decided to do whatever you do. That's fine. So I'm going to try to go back to how you had it. That was my only point on that one. Yeah. I mean, no, I'm not, hey, John, you do what you want to over there. I was just saying, to me, it's just one or the other. To me, but, Duracell 8. Wow, I'm honored you being over here too, man. Appreciate that. Darksider. So if you're using $5,000, are you betting big? Yes. Yes. That's the whole point. If you're going for a paycheck, you got to. And John has told you guys this too. I think all of us have told you this. Now everybody don't have a big bankroll. I do have 5, but freaking barely. But I wouldn't want to take all 5 of it to the casino. But the whole thing is, in a paycheck, you're not going for a percentage. Paycheck play, you're going for a specific dollar amount. So when I was doing my paycheck show, I think 8% is what I needed. 8%. Okay? If you're going after 100 like John, I need 2%. That is key. Bankroll. Okay? You don't have to work as hard. John has been working very, very, very hard because he's been losing the first or second or whatever. Sometimes he just rolls crappy for whatever reason. That's just how John rolls. Sometimes. But you won't get into that kind of trouble normally. Now, if I bust it and I'm wrong, I'm going to do it tonight. But if you're going for a paycheck, forget the 10s and 20s and 50%. Forget it. You go after a specific dollar amount, and who cares what the percentage is? Go for what you need. Okay. Let's see here. Hey, what do you say, Jeff? Yes, Darksider. You use a bigger bankroll. I wouldn't use $5 grand and bet like John. There's no sense in it. You know, the whole idea of a bigger bankroll, man, is to bet bigger so you can get the hell off that table as quick as you can. The whole idea behind paycheck play is get the fuck out. Get some money and get out. You guys have heard me say that a million times, and that's just the way it is. That's how I lived it. I can't get my brain to think any other way. I know other people think differently than I do, and that's fine. You know, it's not an argument. It's not a, who's right, who's wrong, but I live this shit. And it's get some money and run, boy. If you're going to do it, either for a paycheck or, or you're really, really wanting to put money in the bank consistently, that sort of thing. That's just me. Let's see. I'll roll here in a second there. Thank you, Robert. Yeah, this is going to be, John, $5 grand, 150. I'll go, this should be a walk in the park. It should be. But we're going to find out. Alright, here we go. Alright, puck is off. Let's see, red and blue. I've been using blue. We'll use red today. Alright, 100 on the don't pass. We all know that's the bitch to get out of. Okay, there's a 5. So we come out. Point is a 5. Now we're going to come out with 50 on the don't come. If the 7 comes, I'm going to be up a little bit. So when John created this as a 2-to-1, that to me is absolutely correct. If the 11 comes over here, oh well, we'll just go up. But I have the bankroll to do it. That's the key. And I'm going to go up and down the ladder instead of going up and staying and never coming back. I disagree with that one, but that's okay. Just because I disagree with it, don't make me right or wrong. It's just me personally. I like going up and down. All right, here we go. 5 is the point. There's a 10. That's actually a good number for this to go sit at. So now, by the way John designed it, we're good. We just roll this shit until if a 10 hits, we lose. If a 5 hits, we lose, but a 7 will clean up. So here we go. There's a 6. 4, 2, 6. And there's a 5, 4, 9. And I'm not using I have a stick, just so you know. I can look all professional, but my table's only 6 foot, and I'm standing right in the middle of it. I can reach it just easier, actually. There's a 1-1 aces. We don't care about that. We want a 7 right now. There's a 5. All right. So our first point gets knocked off. This is staying right here. This gets hit. Wabbo, we lose 100. Not to worry. We'll just throw 200 out there. Like so. I'm going to just keep doing it. I don't know if John just waits till this one does its thing, but I'm not. I'm just coming back out. Okay, there's an 8. That's a sucky ass point. That's about what John's been doing. So now I have a don't 8 and a don't 10. I'm not adding to that. I'm only going up and down on wins and losses here, up and down, wins and losses there. Okay, there's a yo 11. Another one, back-to-back 11s. There's a 5, 4, 1, 5. I guess I should put them out there for about 2 seconds, just so you can see them. We want a 7. There's a 10 gets picked off, just like Brother Johnny, but that's okay. So the 10 gets picked. So now we still have the 8 as the point. We're going to come out with 75 on the DC. Okay, there's a 5. We'll move this to the 5. So now we have a don't 5, don't 8. There's the 7 out. Got to come eventually. So this 75 will give us 75. We'll just rack it. Oh, hey, there's 25 profit right there. But this 200 will get paid. We'll come down. And we're actually, there's my 5,000. So I'm hoping this proves my point. If you're playing for a paycheck and you only need $100, bring a big bankroll. There's 125 right this freaking second. Okay? To me, no offense to John, to me, Paycheck is way different than the bankroll builder. Two different, and he's just going after them both at the same time. Again, fine. But to me, it's different. Anyway, so we actually are up 125. We have now went down the ladder. This was at 75. We won it, so we're back to 150. The end. So there's a 4, actually a good number. We throw 50 out here. See if we can get another decent number. A 4. Well, we get picked off. That's sort of weird. But anyway, this 50 goes up here. We do lose the don't. Now we're going to come out with 2 down here. Let's get us another one. There's a 10. Well, you would think. Now we have a don't 10, don't 4. You would think we're just sitting at high cotton, but doesn't necessarily have to be the truth. There's a 6, meaningless. 6, 5, 1, 6. There's the 10 getting picked off. Just like John does in the mornings. Alright, so we lose that 2. Okay, now we're going to come out with 3. Okay. This will sit until it loses. I don't really care. There's the 7 on the come out. Now we're going to test it. And we're going to go to 4. There's a 12. That's a tie. There's an 8. Really a sucky point. But we got a no 4 and no 8. There's a 6. 4, 2, 6. There's a 5, 4, 9. There's another 5, 4, 9. 8. Now we've picked the 8 off. Okay, so there goes 400 down. The little 4 is just sitting pretty over there. So now we got to go to 5. Okay, there's a 9. 5. 6. 4, 2, 6. There's the 7 out. So we win there. 5. Okay, there's the 5. Now we'll come down to 4. We do have to come back. That's the problem with this type of strategy, is that if those numbers get picked out and the 7s are non-existent, you're gonna fight. You're gonna fight. There ain't no doubt about it. There's a 7. Bam. That was 4. Now we got to go back up to 5. But the good thing about a ladder going up and down, if I go 5 4 5 4 5 4 5 4, I'm actually winning money. That's the cool part. Staying flat up there, you're not. So anyway, there's another 10, but we've been hitting those like crazy. So now we're going to go ahead and put 50 out here because these points aren't getting hit. Now I could, I'm up 1, 2, 3, 4 units, and I probably should. I don't know if John is still there or not. 4 units, that would put this at about 200. But that part I'm not sure of. John, you still there? Yeah, what's your thoughts on that? I'm up here at level 5. So what, 50, 50, 50, 50, 250 over here on the DC? Is that what you would do? But I haven't really lost on the DC, so I've been keeping it there. All right. Yeah, sure it is. It's how you did it at the very, very, very beginning. Sure is. Except you didn't do a full ladder, that's all. Alright, here we go. I'm going to just keep that right there, I think. There's a 6. When you first started, you did a 2 to 1. You sure did. And you were in it flat. That's a fact. There's another 6, so we finally pegged the number. So now we get to go to 75. Okay, now we're going to go to an 8. That sucks just as good. There's a 9. There's a 5. There's an 8. 6, 2, 8. So we're going to knock this one off. Now we got to come up to 100. Whoops, here. There's a 4. Again, we got the 4 and the 10. We got beat last time with those two, I think. There's a 12, meaningless. There's a 3, right now, meaningless. There's an 8. There's another 8. Another 8. 3 8s in a row. There's the 7 out. So we get 100 flat there. This will end up going to 75 next. And then we get 500 there. Drop it to 4. Okay, cool. There's a 7. Now you can't get out of your own way. Back to 5. But again, 5 4 5 4 5 4, you're actually winning money. There's a 6. I don't necessarily like 6s, but now we're up to 75 on the DC. There's a 6. So this goes here, this gets pegged. So there's 5. Now you gotta go to 6. There's a 10. There's an 8. Another 8. There's a 7. 6, 1, 7. So we win 75 there. Like so. This will come back down to 50. And we won 6 there. And we'll come back down to 5. There's a 3. Yeah, you got to get those every once in a while, right? So there's 5. We'll come back down to 4. And then a 7 again. There's a 9. Oh, this has been over here. 6. Bam. There's a 12. There's a 9. 9 gets picked up. 5 goes away. Go to 6 there. There's a 9. 8. 7. 5, 2, 7. So we win that one. And 6 there. Come down to 5. We're actually, every time we come down, we're actually winning a little bit. I know it don't look like it, but you actually are. And then a 7. How many times am I going to do that? 5. Let's go back to 6. Another 7. Now we're up to 7. There's a 10. There's a 9. There's a 6. There's a 4. There's a 5. A 2. A 9. So this one gets picked. There's 75. We'll go up to 100 here and come out. A 6. There's the 7. So that goes back there. We'll go up to down to 75 there. This is 700. Okay, we'll go down to 6. How many times have I won that don't pass to come out and get beat on a 7? Of course, on a don't pass, that's what's going to kill you. Those come out. So we lose 6. There's another 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Now we got to go to 8. This is getting nasty. There's a 2. That'll help. 7. I'll take another one of those. There's a 3. Hey, getting lucky here. Now we'll drop it to 6. There's a 5. We'll come at 75 on the DC. There's a 3. Hey, we win 75 on the DC. Some of this stuff's coming back. So we drop that to 50. This is still at 6, so it's still up there. There's a yo 11, but we got a 5, so that don't bother us right now. There's another 11. Oh, hold on. My first 11, I lost that. Let me back up. Then I put 75 out there. I got another 11. Bam. Lost that one. Now we're at 100. Got a 4. Bam. Now I'm clear. We got a no 4, no 5. There's a 2. I could have used that just a minute ago. There's the 5. Point gets hit. So there's 6. Back to 7. There's a 5. That's a 6. There's a 2. There's an 8. And there's the 7. So we win that 100. This will come back down to 75 when we do it next. That's 7. That comes down to 6. Okay. I'll look at the board here a little bit. There's a 5. There's a 5. So 6 goes down there. This goes to the 5. Go back up to 7. Alright. There's an 8. There's a 5. So this one gets pegged. We'll go up to 100. Whoops, on here. There's a 10. There's a 6. A 9. Another 6. An 8. So again, with a don't pass, you pick off numbers, man. I don't give a fuck how you play it. You're gonna get hurt. So there's 7. Gotta go to 8. Okay, we still have the don't 10. There's a 9. There's the 7. Eight. There's 8. Come back down to 7. There's a 6. That's the first time I didn't get hammered. You know? Okay, there's an 8. There's a 6 in fucking points, man. 2, 3, 4, 5. So we're losing 7 there. Go up to 8. We're still 75 on the no 8. So we got a 6 and the 8. I think John had those a couple times today too. They sort of suck a little bit. There's a 10, meaningless right now. There's a 4. There's another 10. Another 10. Goodness gracious. There's the 7. Down. Jesus, 7. So we're going down 7 there, back to 8. There's a 9. There's a 3, we went 50 there. There's a 6. There's the 9. Bam! So you lose 8 on that one. Now you're the 9. Now you're getting in trouble. But we still got, we can go up to 10 probably. So we're getting close. We're getting close. There's a 9, but when you roll a bunch of 7-11s on the come out and you pick your points off, like I just said, you know, John said, well, you're not even close to the Ladderson. Yeah, I am. How he first designed it, flat, I'm close to it. But it doesn't even matter. I don't give a crap what you do down here. What you do, if you pick points, come out 7, come out 7, come out 11. I don't care what you do. I don't care what you call it. You're going to get tagged. The end. There's a 6. So this goes down. We'll go up to 75. There's the 7. So this loses. We'll go up to 100 next, but this one wins. Go down 1. All right, 6. There's a 9. There's a 9. So this gets pegged. We'll go up to 125 there. There's the 6. That moves to the 6. This gets pegged. That's 8. Go to 9. There's a 10. There's the 7. We come back down to 100 here in a minute. Down like so. There's a 5. There's a 9. Need to stay away from that 5. There's a 10. There's a 9. I'd rather get pegged here than there at the moment. Alright. There's a 10. So we got a 5 and a 10. And there's the 10 that gets pegged. Okay, so now we gotta go to 150. There's a 4. You'd think 4s and 10s are good, but they're getting banged. 8. 8. Jesus. There's a 9. There's an 8. There's the 7. Jeez. 7s are woefully behind. So, next that'll be 50. Down 1. Like so. Can we get a couple in a row? That's all. We're at 150 on the DC. Just a couple in a row. There's an 8. There's the 6. No, we can't. We're up to 8 there. There's a 7. 4, 3, 7. 8 goes away. There. Now you're up to 9. There's another 7. See, you can't, no. You just can't do anything about it. So there's 9. We're going to 10 now. We still got 150 up here. There's an 8, so this one gets pegged. So we got to go to $1.75 here. There's a 6. No, sorry, I can't put that here until I get a point. Point is 6 now. It goes. There's a 5. There's a 2. There's a yo 11. There's a 5. So this one gets hit. Can't make this shit up. That was 175, I think. Either 150 or 175. I think it was 150. I think. There's the 7. So that's 10. Alright. We'll come down to 9. That saved us. There's a 3, that helped a lot. Come down. a 6. Now we're going to go 175 over here. There's a 9. There's a 10. There's the 7. So that's 175 for here. We'll go down to 150 on the next one. This. That will come down one. We're at 7 there. There's an 8. There's a 10. Now, come on, 7. There's a 9. Split that 8 and 10. There's a 5. There's a 12. There's a 9. Split it again. There's a 5, meaningless. There's another 5, another meaningless. There's a 2. There's another 5. Oh my goodness gracious. Another 5. God, how many is that? Like 5 5s in 6 rows? Gee. There's a 4. There's an 8. That gets hit. So we lose 7 there. We got to come to 8. Boy, we almost came back too. Jesus. So we're at 8. There's a 3. Hey, good. Down 1. Yeah, we're at 7. I'd take another one of those too. There's a 4. That's alright. 4's not bad. So we got a no 4, no 10. We got a shot. There's an 8. Another 8. There's the 7. $150 will come down to 125 next time. There's 7 there. We'll come down to 6. Don't look now, ladies and gentlemen, but we're about, well, let's see. This is the power. I know John said he ain't doing it right. Not even close to the Ladderson. And if you go watch your very first one, I think you'll find out I am, man. But doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. How I've been rolling would have kicked both our asses. That's a fact. But when you do a full ladder and you got the bankroll, it took us to the brink now. I'm not kidding you. It took us to the brink. But let me put this 100 back. Put that back. There's the 5 grand. There's 600 bucks. Bite me. Okay? So, I almost busted. This was sort of a, I don't know, a good and bad. A good and bad. The bad was, man, we went down to the wire. We just did. I mean, one more bad news, that would it. It'd have busted us. So you saw it this way. If it ain't John's way, so what? This way, you saw it almost go down. Okay? Again, I don't necessarily root for these to go down. It's just if it happens, it happens. Can I bust it? That's the name of the damn show. But, to be fair, okay, to be fair, you've got to stop now. You have to. I mean, I know there's several people that want me to bust the shit out of that. I know they do. And, you know, whatever. But as much as you want to bust it, you got to be fair with it. It's just like when John was $10 away from his goal, but he had some other reason to keep going. But when you're getting your ass slapped, like I have, I went to level 10, folks. That's a gift, $600. That's a gift. And for that reason, I'm going to stop. I'm going to look at the board, you know, converse with you folks. But before I go over there, the ladder, that's what it's designed to do. Because when you go 6, 7 level, then down to 6, then to 5, then up to 7, then 8, then 9, then down to 8, then down to... Every time that motion, every time you're doing this, you're winning money. So to me, the 2-point Dolly Ladderson, whatever now, I don't care, whatever you want to call it. It shouldn't get spanked that bad. I just don't think it should get spanked that bad. But it did for me. Now, I did beat it doing it John's way the other day. I called him and let him know. I did beat it. Going up the nickels and, you know, whatever he was doing. What's unfortunate about this strategy is when it goes bad, man, it goes bad. Point. You guys saw it. You can't make this stuff up. Point. Come out 7. Point. Any don't gets destroyed on that one. Here's what I do like about it. And this is why I think this is a paycheck. This is not a bank builder. This could possibly be a bank fucking destroyer. But I do think it's a paycheck. I know paycheck. I know how to do it. Okay? I think the Dolly Ladderson is a paycheck with the proper bankroll. That's my opinion. People can agree or disagree, and that's fine. Not here to argue. I don't think it's not a bank builder. It's a paycheck. Here's the thing. We were down to about $700 from 5,000. So basically this thing came back $5,000 and won us $600. That's a paycheck. I don't give a shit. It scared you, scared me, whatever, but it did it. So I think, in my opinion, the Ladderson definitely can be a paycheck if you have the bankroll. But lately it's been really, for whatever reason, I mean, we can go to the casino tonight, maybe it don't pick but 1 or 2 points and that's it, and you make so much money fast. But John has been popping points and coming out 7s. I did. I don't know if it's a full moon out there or what, but it shouldn't be this damn hard. And I told John this. Do it his way, do it my way. I don't care. It shouldn't be this hard. But lately it has been. But I believe the only reason we came out on top of this thing is because I did a full ladder with the big bankroll. If I didn't have, you know, just a few thousand less, shorter bankroll, it would have broke. And if you would have went up to 5 and stopped at level 5, you'd have still got wiped out. Wouldn't have mattered. So, there you go. Can I bust it? Not tonight. Almost. but almost only counts in horseshoes and hand grenades. So tonight, can I bust it? The answer is no. There you go. Let me read some of this stuff. I'm sure there's a crap load of this stuff on here. I've never had 34 people watching, ever. So I'm going to have to go way back up here and look for KKGs. Well, okay, I just sort of landed on yours, John. Up and stay. You could have went up and stayed all day long. My rolls would have killed you. They just would have. What do you say, AZ? Don't worry about being late, brother. Let's see. Well, Darksider, you know, when you're going, I would only do this or I would only do that, that's when you're going to get into some very, very, very subjective betting styles. You know, if everybody don't know by now, me and John, betting styles are different. We think differently, and it's okay. It's not a who's better than who. So when you're saying you would do this or you would do that, you got to remember this too. You would do it certain way. I do it certain way. John does it certain way. AZ will do it a certain way. Duracell will do it a certain way. You see what I mean? There's so many ways to attack a strategy like this, and that's why John, I think, not want to speak for him, that's why he's sort of been tweaking with odds. You know, he's doing two people, whatever. You know, he's trying to tweak it himself to get it to where, you know, it can stand on its own, and that's fine. So my point is, you know, opinions are like assholes. Everybody's got them, right? So, Casino Jinx. I tell you what, that was some bad rolls, y'all. Let's see here. Alright, now you say I should have paid something. Yeah, I'm sure I screwed up a bunch. I'm still reading. Yeah, the 5K, boy, we needed every nickel of it, too. Well, that's what I was asking, John, when you said both bets go up. And, you know, and it says both bets go up by the small amount. If either bet loses, yeah, they don't work independently. No, I get it. That's why I had asked you, if you're still here, I said, John, I was doing it independently, and do I make it stay half all the time? That's when you barked at me and said, well, this ain't even close to the Ladderson, and then I just do your own thing. You sort of barked at me. And I said, okay, fuck it. I'll do it my way. But I did ask you way back. But you barked instead of answered. Sorry. Let's see here. Yeah, Dark. String will come out to clean anybody's clock. I don't know if anybody's even talking to me anymore. It was tough, though. It was ugly. But I think you've got to do some kind of regression, some kind of, you can't just stay flat, man. You just can't. Not in my opinion. Yeah, Jen, the Dolly is good, man. I just said that. Well, John, you say ladders need too much time. If you're going for a paycheck, what else you got to do? Think about it. I mean, if you're a paycheck player, you're going to win money. If you win in 5 minutes or 5 hours, it is what it is. You're going after the money. I don't think you can get caught in a trap of going, well, that takes too much time and that takes too much time, and you play something different and get your ass waxed. My opinion, again, my opinion. What do you say, Midmo? I'm sorry, man, there's so much going on this chat. I'm just looking for KKGs at the moment, really. Yeah, Jenny, don't on his. He don't ladder down. And I know he don't ladder down, but to me, laddering down, that's why I won tonight. I won tonight because of a regular ladder. That's the only way I got out of this shit. That's a fact. So I wanted to do it this way, you know, because hell, John's changed his version 2 or 3 times, you know. It ain't the same, exactly the same as it was when he created it. We all know that's the truth. And that's cool. Tweak, tweak, tweak. That's okay. I just wanted to go flat, no odds, right, and just ladder up and down. The only thing I guess I fucked up on is I didn't go, I didn't make this a 2 to 1 all the time. You know, when one loss, you go up. That's really the only mistake I think that I made. And if I would have done that, I don't know, would I have survived? I don't know, man. I had $700 left. Maybe I would have, maybe I wouldn't. I don't know. That's for another day. But nonetheless, yeah, I wanted to just show full. I mean, there was people on John's show today asking him about that. And I said, don't worry, that's the way I'm going to do it. And that's the way I did it. You know, good, bad, or ugly. Well, let's see here. I'm still reading, y'all. I'm sorry this is boring me reading this stuff, but there's so much of it. So Darksider goes, yeah, he's got the bankroll, but why get that deep into it? Well, today on my show, it's can I bust it? And the only way that I can bust it is to get that deep into it. Now, if a person was to play it exactly the way that I did, live with money, you wouldn't have took it to the 10th level. You wouldn't have. You might have took it to level 6, you know, maybe even 7. And that's it. You'd have gave up on it. But just to answer your question, since this is can I bust it, I'm taking it down. I mean, that's the only fair way to do it. Plus, I stopped at $600. Again, being fair. You know what I mean? I hope y'all are getting it. I'm trying to be fair and not just come out here and swing and bust something. Hopefully. There's just too much of this stuff. I don't want to bore you guys. There's just tons of it. I think most of it's between yourselves. So, yeah, John, I do see that. Run your version with your roll, or yeah, these rolls. Phew, good luck, man. I don't think you survive. Maybe you do. I don't know. It'd be interesting. I'd love to see you do that. Do your version with my rolls. They were wicked flipping rolls, man. They just were. You know, wants to make me turn to the right side, right, instead of the dark side. I was rolling like the pass better would want me to do, really. But I would be interested in that, John. For sure. And here's another thing too, you guys. You guys got to understand about John, about me, about anybody doing one of these shows. Please, please get this. We have an agenda. Okay? We've got an agenda. Whether it's take this strategy, run it for 30 days, tweak it in the process, go for exit, whatever. Me trying to bust it not quite the way John would do. We have an agenda on our shows. Okay? Just understand that this show, John's show, Waylon's show, I don't care whose show it is, you're not going to play it like you do it on video every time. You're just not. Not when you have an agenda show. You're not. All right? You're gonna backscale that thing or something. But when you're doing a show and you have an agenda and you're trying to show something, you'll do what you normally wouldn't do. The only thing I wanted to do the same was give it a fair shot, whether I break it or I win money. But, you know, shows have agendas, and never forget that. All right, boys and girls, I think that's it. Not unless somebody's got something for me. I've said my piece about it. We almost busted, but we did not. Okay, and John's going to see what his way would have done with my rolls. I want to see that really bad. But other than that, unless somebody's got something for me, man, I'm going to go spend some time with my wife. Hey, thanks, Midmo. Appreciate you. I just got to be honest with everybody, no matter what. And you know what? As you guys know, there's 30 of you watching. Maybe all of you don't. Most of you do. I think I'm a good guy. My heart is there, but I can be strong, man. And I am not afraid of offending people, because I don't care. If I think I'm right. It's not an intentional thing. It ain't like I want to be mean to people. That's not it. But I will come out swinging. And I think that's what makes me unique. Toot my own horn a little bit. It makes me unique. I don't think there's another YouTuber like me. I really don't. But my heart is genuinely in the right place. You know, I really care about things, but I don't so much care if I hurt somebody's feelings. I can still love them and hurt their feelings, and I don't care. You can be my blood brother, I don't care. But that's just me, so y'all just take me with a grain of salt sometimes. I'm very opinionated, I'm very strong. I'm always going to say what I feel. I'm never going to be politically correct, ever. I just won't. And I'm sure I have offended enough people that have dischanneled me and whatnot. And, you know, hell, I've talked to Dylan over Skill and Luck, you know, John, Jeff. I mean, if somebody, here's the way I look at it. If somebody agrees with somebody else 100% of the time, somebody is saying yes too much. Somebody is a yes man. I refuse to be a yes man. You know, John, I've told him many times, I love him to death. I respect what he's doing, whatever. But if you know, he rubs me or I rub him, we're going to let each other know. That's just the way to do it, you know. That's the way I'm going to do it. You know, I can love somebody and still be irritated, right? I know he can too. But I don't ever want it to get to where it's a war, you know, between anybody. And we shouldn't, I mean, we can have disagreements, and we can have stern disagreements, and that's cool. But I don't ever think that we all need to get it to where it's a war. And that's why I say the things that I do. You know, we're trying to put on some entertainment. We're trying to teach a little bit, show a little bit, you know, and hopefully at the end of the day, people are learning something from somebody. That's the gig. Are you learning something from somebody? Are you getting out of these YouTube channels what you need to get out of it? That's more important than anything, because you guys are the viewers or whatnot. You know, are you getting some value from any of us? And that is my sincere hope. And, you know, that's it. I guess there's my sloppy whatever. All right, y'all just talk to yourself now, so I'm going to kick it now. I'm going to kill the feed. I appreciate everybody. I appreciate y'all talking to each other and whatnot. And John, I'm sorry if I didn't quite do it like you do it, but it still probably served its purpose. It's still probably, you could probably, John, tomorrow morning make some kind of point out of this, even how I did it. You know, there's always value. There's always something to learn, right? And that's what I'm hope happened tonight. So anyway, that's it for tonight, y'all. I appreciate it, everybody. Until the next time, be great.